Reverend Leak here, and it's about that day. It's the official day, book reveal day. We've been waiting. We've been waiting, everybody. We've been waiting a long few months to see when book reveal day is going to come, and it's finally here. So, book reveal day is finally here. Now you guys get to figure out what the name of the title and story, what the name of the story, the title of the story will be. And if any of you guys have any questions about it, don't be afraid to ask. If you want to talk to me about the characters, ask me any questions about the characters or anything like that during book reveal day, just go ahead and ask. I'm gonna answer them. I'm gonna be truthful. I'm gonna try to answer them as best as I possibly can. So hopefully I will try to answer them as best as I possibly can. This is book reveal day. I will be revealing the title of the book, so everybody knows what's going on. I know a lot of people are going to be watching early football because there's a lot of football going on. So, I just want to wish everybody an early happy Thanksgiving. If you're out traveling, stay safe. So yeah, this is the day we've been waiting for all the few months that I basically started writing this book since my grandpa was still alive. I've been writing this book since 2020, and I'm still working on it. I've been taking on and off breaks in between since 2020. And now you get to see what the story is going to be about, of course. Hey, Dom, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat. And thank you for being the first person to say hi in the chat. I really do appreciate that. Anyway, Dom, what's up, my man? Oh, 67. Okay, 67. Hey, David Bankston, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat. Okay, we got 67 and we got David Bangston in here. Hey, Cruz Flores, what's up? Nice to see you in the chat. Oh boy. Oh, just being barefoot. Hey. Oh, I appreciate the hearts. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, like I said, it's book reveal day. I'm so excited to advertise the new title of the book. I've been working on this book since 2020, and to be honest, it's been a long journey, taking breaks in and out. If you guys missed a quote that I put out last night, do please take a look at that, because that quote, the quote that I put out, really touches right down here, right to the heart, of course. Hey, Space Movie, what's up? Charlie Kirk sold his wife aborted placentas to Bill and Hillary. They couldn't make their evil baby Oregon lizard use serum. Huh. Okay. I've heard of Charlie Kirk, but never heard anything about that, to be honest. David, that's you? Okay. Yeah, so you can basically see, well, let's to the chase here. Hey, Casey, RWA, what's up? I appreciate the positivity. Can't wait to see the book. Oh, I know. I've been working on it since 2020, and I basically can't wait to get that book out. I can't wait. I know it's been taking so long. It's been about 5 years since I've been working on it, but I promise you, I will have it done. All right. If anyone's got any questions about what the story of the title is, don't be afraid to ask. Ask questions. I'll answer them to my best ability. If you got any questions about what the characters are like in the book, don't be afraid to ask, because like I said, I'll answer them to my best of my abilities. I will do the best that I possibly can. So, if you got any questions, just let me know. Just throw them in the chat. If you got any questions, don't be afraid to ask. So the title of the book is called Spirelou, the Defender of Harlem. I kind of threw it out there a little bit in a community post where I was the Defender of Harlem and stuff like that. So I am Spirelou, to be honest, and I'm trying to be the Defender of Harlem, trying to defend the city of Harlem from an evil female Hey, Scott Cox, Y3F. How did you make the book? Well, that's a good question. It took me a while. How did I make the book? It took me a while just to brainstorm it a little bit. Took me a while to figure it out. But it gets harder along the way, as you could see. It got kind of hard for me. It took me a long time to figure it out, how to get it started. Back in this was when my dad was still here with me, living in these apartments, and I kind of missed my dad a little bit, because between him and my friend, of course, they really inspired me to write this thing. I'm doing it because I'm doing it for my dad. Not only I'm doing it for myself, but I'm doing it for my dad. I'm doing it for you guys as well too, because I know a lot of you guys can't wait to see what this book is going to bring. And with me being inspired and defending Harlem at its finest, I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm trying to be a cop. I'm trying to be like a spire person as well. Try to be a superhero as well. Kind of juggling things back and forth between being a cop and being a superhero. It's just not easy at the same time. But I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to give it a try. So Spirelou, the Defender of Harlem. That's the story of me, because it goes back to Earth 27. Goes right back to the time when Earth 27 was like an OG era. It's like when Stan Lee, Stan Lee. Everybody knows Stan Lee. And the original OG Gwen Stacy. The original OG, which everybody loves her. Everybody loves Gwen Stacy. They have her in Earth 616, I believe. They've been doing Spider-Verse movies about it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's basically what I'm thinking. But anyway, it goes right back into OG. We go right back to OG with with my character being born on April 13th, 1980. April 13th to September 14th, 1980, I believe. I'm not sure how many months that is from April. Guys, what's your favorite gaming memory? Does anyone have a favorite gaming memory? Because I personally don't have one, to be honest. I personally don't have one, but I'm gonna look up at the calendar here. April 13th to September 14th. So that'd be one. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. I'm just trying to figure out how many months the character Lou was born before Gwen Stacy was, before the OG Gwen Stacy was. So 1, 2, thinking 3. 4, 5 months in a day. I'd say 5 months in one day. I was born 5 months. My character was born 5 months in one day before Gwen Stacy was born. So about 5 months in one day I was born. Hey, Joyce Slays. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I hope you're having a good morning, Joyce. Really do appreciate you coming in and being here. If you guys already missed it, if you guys missed the title, the book title is called Spire Lou, the Defender of Harlem, which is the story of my character, Lou Jackson Roberts, as being the cop and try to be a superhero as well, trying to juggle it between 2 different lives, of course, and then team up to take down an evil female enemy, like a female Doctor Doom type. But like I said, if you guys have any questions about the characters, don't be afraid to ask. Like I said, I will try to answer them to my best abilities. If you got any questions about the book, don't be afraid to ask, because if anyone's wondering where the setting is, like where does the book take place, like I haven't heard that question yet. You know, like where does the book take place? You know, I haven't heard one person say that yet. Nobody has asked me that question yet. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask. Like I said, I'll try to answer them to my best ability. And so basically, the story takes place in Harlem, New York, like it normally do. Like say with Miles Morales, it takes place in Brooklyn. For him, it's Brooklyn. For Gwen, it's like in Chelsea or Queens, New York. Then you got Peter Parker, that's in New York, of course, somewhere in that New York area. And then you got Lou Jackson Roberts, that's in the Harlem area. So you got me trying to be like a cop, a superhero, like I said, trying to juggling lives between two different people. But then we forgot about another person, another character called the Fiend. The Fiend is basically grown off of darkness. You know, it's like darkness inside Lou's heart and everything like that. The Fiend is basically grown off the darkness. That's basically what the Fiend is. The Fiend has strong powers. The character the Fiend, which is myself. The younger version of me starts out as the smuggler, working for Mr. Faustin. The younger version of me starts out with that and starts seeing Gwen at the age of 5. So that's basically where the character introduction begins, with me being a smuggler, smuggling guns, doing drugs, and all that stuff in the character introduction. But the story, in the story was, basically, I'm basically working on the introduction, as we know. Plus, we got other characters, like I mentioned, Mr. Faustin. Hope Richards is in there. Gwen's in there. You got myself. You got Franco Oxley. Basically, Oliver Satsky's in there, along with the story. Every single character that's from My E-Federation of WWE is in that book. Every single character, every single bit of it. Like, I know you guys gotta ask me, like, Goldraven, how do you keep track of these characters in the story? How do you basically keep track of them? Basically, it's hard. To be honest, I have no answer to that, because it's just basically hard how to keep these characters juggling and keep them straight. It's basically hard to keep track of them. So yeah, it's basically hard to keep these characters straight, which is myself as the Fiend. You got the younger version of me being in there, and basically I come in after 7 years of being away, of course, and I start right there and start defending Harlem, New York, with everything that I got. Now, Mahalika, of course, that is like the female Doctor Doom. She's like the evil, nastiest character that you ever seen. She is one of the dangerous people. She's almost like a Midas from Fortnite, somewhat like a Midas from Fortnite, from Chapter 2, Season 1, or Season 2, whenever the agency was. Whenever the agency season was in Fortnite. But Mahalika, she's like a nasty character. The Fiend had a couple run-ins with her. I burned her face up so bad, there was burn marks from right up here, burned off the skin all the way down to her neck. So it was like you had burn marks all the way from up here all the way down. That's how bad it was. That's how bad she had to wear a mask. So she was like one of the nastiest characters in the story, and I had to stop her from preventing nuclear doomsday. She was like the one who was rebuilding that one device that Midas built in Fortnite when the agency blew up. The Doomsday device. That's what Midas did. She recreated that same exact version of the Doomsday device, and basically, she had these radioactive antennas, like you seen in Fortnite, like during the Chapter 2 season 1 or 2 of where the agency was. Basically, she was doing it like that with her own castle, and it surrounded the castle like it did before. But she had 6 antennas. The Doomsday device that Midas had in Fortnite only had 5. This one only had 6. So she was like one of the nastiest characters. Along with Mr. Faustin, Elektra is in there as well. We got Elektra. She's one of the evil ones. She's the one who killed my story fictional character father, which my story fictional character father sacrificed himself Lou had a rough childhood past. My character, myself, had a rough childhood past, and to be honest, Lou got beat up by his own father. He got beat up so bad to the point where he lost a few teeth. And it's like me. You lost two here, lost one down here, and you lost two in the back. So basically, that's how bad Lou was kind of beat down. He was being treated like a dog. You know, like what kind of father does that to his own kid? You know, abuse him to the point where he can't barely stand and chain him up with a collar with a dog, like a dog. He put me out in the doghouse for a long time. You know, my story fictional character father, he didn't even give a shit about what was going on. He didn't care. He just didn't care. He just kept on boom, 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 punching me and everything like that. He just kept beating me until I got enough, until I had enough. But then one night I got bit by a radioactive spider, and I just let that spider bit me right in this hand. And basically, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, basically. So basically I didn't know what I was getting myself into. But, you know, that's how it is, you know. It is what it is, you know. But guys, if you got any questions about the story, don't be afraid to ask. Come on in and ask. You know, like I said, I'm going to try to answer them to my best abilities. You know, that's basically what I'm trying to do. I'm going to take as much questions as I possibly can. If you want to ask them. You know, like characters like myself, Gwen being in there, Elektra. Then you got Purple She-Go. She's like another evil one. You got Faustin. You know the Rowdy Rough Boys. The Rowdy Rough Boys are making a comeback, and they come to Harlem and stuff like that. You got the Fiend. Like I said, you got myself as Fiend, who is slowly getting corrupted, which I was slowly getting corrupted by the Fiend. You know, like how the Chapter 6 storyline from Fortnite, it like squeezes in to the story that I'm writing, because there's a dark presence inside, and that's the Fiend. But yeah, when I was younger, I fell in love with Hope Richards and wrote a few songs. Hold My Hand, that was Hope's. Hope Richards wrote that song when we were kids in Jamaica, when we were spending our time together in Jamaica, right before my story fictional character started abusing me for being on drugs and everything, for like me being on drugs since I was 9, you know. But then when I was Spider Lou, when it came time, and when it came to a day after my birthday, after Lou character's birthday, Elektra comes by and just basically takes my story fictional character father away from me. You know, it's just sad. But me and my story fictional character father, we basically founded the group Sex back in 1993 when Hope's Revolution released their first debut album, which is Memories from Jamaica, of course. We had about a whole bunch of songs on there. Hold My Hand was one of them. There was a few more songs, including the 2 songs that I wrote that Meatloaf did. I Lied for You and That's the Truth, and Not a Dry Eye in the House. Those were the 2 songs that Lou Jackson Roberts wrote while he was in Jamaica back in '91. That's a deleted scene. No one's seen or heard of that one ever since in the story. So basically, it's just basically a deleted scene with me writing those 2 songs while being in Jamaica, along with Hold My Hand in Jamaica. Those 3 songs were a part of the deleted scene. Hope's Revolution was basically formed of me, myself, as Lou Jackson Roberts. Then you got Hope Richards. Richard Clay was another one. Then I can't remember the other guys, but there was you had a drummer, you had me as the leading head singer, along with Hope Richards. So basically, we did about 3 albums together. We did about 3 or 4 albums together, and then in '98, I was deployed into the Marines, and wasn't seen or heard from since for 7 years. Been away for 7 years, and Hope took over the band, and I was gone for 7 years. So basically, that's where the story starts. You know, it starts on July 23rd, 2005, when I first come back. So, like I said, if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask, because I'll try to answer them to my best ability. So, got any questions? Let me know. Hit me up. I'm right here for you. So, if you got a question, don't be afraid to ask. If you got a question about the characters, put it in the chat. Don't be scared. I'm not gonna bite you. I'm not gonna bite you. If you want to ask about the book, I ain't gonna bite you. Don't be scared. I'm being open, and I'm trying to be honest. Trying to be open, and I'm trying to be honest with you. You know, if you got any questions, don't be afraid to ask. You know, I'm not trying to sound mean. I'm not trying to sound rude. I'm not trying to be the bad guy here. You know, I'm open for questions. You know, there's questions. Just hit me with one. Hit me with a question. I'm not, like I said, I'll try to answer them to my best abilities. You got a question about the characters, the story, or any of it, of the book, or the book itself, you know, when is the release date coming? I haven't set a release date for the book yet. I'm hoping the book gets done between early 2027 to about, I'd say, between the range of 2027 to 2029. Somewhere between 2027 to 2029. Somewhere in between that range. That's basically what I'm speculating for a release date to come out for the book. I'm speculating between the range of 2027 to 2029. So basically, that's just me and speculations, because I don't know how long the book is going to take. You know, it's taking me 5 years. So basically, I can add another 2 to 4. So, like I said, I'm hoping to get the book done by the end of 2027 or early 2029. So basically, it's going to probably take me another few more years to try to get it done, because juggling the introduction and stuff like that. Stitch Lover, yeah. Can I have a shout out? Hey, Stitch Lover. W9C. I appreciate you being here, my man. Big shout out to Stitch Lover, W9C. Appreciate you being here, my man. Big shout out to you, my man. Hey, Stitch Lover, you're a girl. Hey, I understand. You know, I'm not trying to judge. If you're a guy or a girl, I'm not here to judge. You know, but if you're a girl, that's fine. You know, us guys, we can. Like I said, I'm not here to judge. You know, I'm not here to judge. I'm a very good man who likes to welcome people in the chat, no matter if you're a female or a guy or something like that. So, big shout out to Stitch Lover, W9C. You know, I appreciate you being here. You know, I have a soft spot for shout outs. You know, shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for being here, supporting me on this journey with this book. You know, I wish I could get this book done sooner, like real soon, like by the end of 2026, but it doesn't look like it's going to get that way. But I'm hoping that I'll get it done soon. Like I said, it's probably going to take about another 2 or 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 years to complete, but I surely will get this book done and get it out there to you guys. You know, this book means a lot to me, you know, and to basically let you guys know that I will be writing the second book, which is called Spiraloo, the Defender of Harlem, Mahalika's Revenge. That's going to be number 2. Number 3 is going to be the end game, which we'll talk about the end game in a different, we'll talk about Spiraloo, the Defender of Harlem end game, number 3 in a different stream or something like that. We'll talk about number 3 sometime later down the road. Stitch Lover, where am I from? I'm from Wisconsin. I'm a good old boy from Wisconsin. I'm originally from Shawano, Wisconsin, but so that's basically where I'm originally from. So I'm a good old boy from Shawano, Wisconsin. Hey, shout out to Ireland. Hey, Stitch Lover, you're from Ireland? Hey, big shout out to Ireland. Luck of the Irish, let's go. You know, I got Stitch Lover, I got something, you know. Hang on, let me get something here. So you can see I got Irish today. I am part Irish, of course, and I figured I kind of want to wear this for good luck in my journey of the story, because it's like my good luck charm, and I haven't been wearing it lately. So basically, I think I should be wearing this as my good luck, as my good luck charm to keep going with the story, you know. Yes, I'm part Indian as well too. A little part Indian, so I got a little mix in me, of course. So I know that I have some kind of accent going on, but I'm just not sure what kind of accent I have going on. Uh, but it is what it is, But big shout out to Ireland. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Appreciate you being here on the book reveal day, which I know everybody was expecting it to be a video, but I just wanted to come out and do a live stream, like a Q&A live stream about the story. Have questions. I can answer as many questions as I possibly can. Like I said, if you got any questions about the story, don't be afraid. Hit me with a question. I'll basically answer it for you. I'll answer it to my best of my abilities. I should probably take this off. Okay, I got a question for Mrs. G, of course, which Mrs. G is not in chat, but I can answer that. Does my character have long hair in the story? To be honest, if I got long hair in real life, then yeah, Lou Jackson Roberts will have long hair in the story as well. So I do have long hair, so I'm gonna have long hair in the story. Basically, Lou cut off at some point, gets it cut at some point, so he can put his mask on, so he can put his Spider Lou mask on, and I'm not sure how far the character's gonna cut his hair. Somewhere like right around between here, somewhere, here between. Right up to the ear, probably, maybe. I don't know. It all depends. It all depends on where Lou Jackson Roberts is gonna, basically gonna cut off his hair. A lot of people say that guys look a lot better with long hair, but I understand that. But basically, the real version of me could use a haircut. Yeah, could use a good haircut, but I'm not no girl though. I just love letting my hair out, but I will get it trimmed soon. So yeah, Lou Jackson Roberts will have long hair. He's gonna have a beard, of course. Hey, Storm XLXL2, what's up? Big shout out to Storm XLXL2. How's it going, my man? Appreciate you being here. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. If it's about the story, the characters, or anything else, don't be afraid to ask. I'm just being friendly. I'll answer it to my best abilities, Oh, I'm doing good. Storm. I've been taking a break for a while. Been writing the book. Spider Lou, the Defender of Harlem, the story of Lou Jackson Roberts. I've been writing that for a while. Basically, I'm gonna get back in the groove and go live again some more. hopefully I'll get back in the groove of it. Right now it's just that I've been focusing more on taking care of myself, taking care of my personal self, and doing more writing. But I will basically be going live again shortly, like somewhere. Right now I just gotta worry about getting my PC fixed. It's basically gonna cost me like over $250. You might as well say it probably cost me over $250 just to get the computer fixed. But it is what it is. We'll get the American long haul, and just don't know when or where that's gonna happen. But I'm trying to get back in the groove. I will try to get back in it as soon as possible. Storm, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. That's basically how much it costs to take it into Best Buy, like to the Geek Squad. If you take it like to the Geek Squad, they'll charge you $250 just to fix it. Just to have them try to get in there and fix it. I don't know how much it is now. To be honest with you, I basically don't know how much it is now to take it in to get a PC fixed. But damn, that's the way it is. $250 if you take it into the Geek Squad. Plus, it's probably going to be about more than $250 in order to try to find parts for it. So basically, I don't know how much it's actually going to cost me to get the computer fixed, because it's like $250 to get it in. Then you got to have a little bit more money on top of it just to get the computer fixed. So yeah, I'm basically out without two PCs. Yeah, Storm, you ain't lying. It's gonna be a lot. It's probably I'm probably speculating it's gonna be over $500 or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's probably what I'm speculating, because if it's $250 to get it into the Geek Squad, plus you don't know how much you're gonna add on to it. It's basically like a car. You don't know what's wrong with it until you take it in. I've been spending a lot of money on my car. Like, I put over $1,000 in my car just by itself alone, or about $2,000. You might say I put over $2,000 inside the car already. Plus, with the two PCs being down, I don't know how much that's going to cost me, but it's basically going to cost me a lot of money just to get one of them fixed. Yeah, Storm, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Those parts are gonna be expensive, and some of those parts for a PC are gonna be hard to find. You hardly don't find parts like for a PC anymore. Like, you don't hardly see very many PC computers out there no more. They're basically going to these laptops and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's crazy how these parts are going to get expensive. You never know. It's like a car. You basically don't know if you have the right part for it or not. You don't basically know. So cars are expensive. Computers are going to definitely be expensive, of course. It sucks not having a PC around, to be honest. It really does. But what can I do? Wow. You got a laptop and it was already $800? That's one expensive laptop, I could tell you that, for $800. Basically, I got a laptop myself. Indian Princess bought me a laptop back in 2019 for $300, and I still have it. but it's off warranty right now. Damn, bro, it was really expensive. That's how much my PC. That's how much my laptop. I would say my laptop was about $500 less because Indian Princess got it off of Walmart, off the Walmart app for about $300. So basically, I don't know what's wrong with my laptop either. So basically, I'm out. Basically, I'm out of laptop and a PC, to be honest. But to be honest, I don't know how much it's going to cost me just to fix the laptop and the PC by itself, but the two PCs that I have. So basically, you might as well say I might as well basically get a new PC. And PCs nowadays, they run up to $1,000 or something like that for like a gaming console tower and stuff like that. I've seen it running up there between 1,000 to about 1,500 to 2,000 almost, just for one PC computer, for one PC gaming computer. That is really expensive. I can tell you by that. Yeah, Best Buy and Target, they are the most expensive ones. Storm, it's really expensive here too, no matter where you're at. No matter where you're at in the state, you know, no matter which state you're in, it's basically going to get expensive either way. Like you said, Best Buy, don't go to Best Buy, Target, or any of those retailers, you know, but everything's getting expensive nowadays. Food's getting up there, like go out to eat. When you go out to eat, that's jumped up in price. Gas is definitely going to be up there too. Gas is basically going to jump right up there. Which we all know gas and oil is just basically jumping right up there. Even fixing your car costs money. Ooh, different land, BC. I'm in Europe. Oh boy. I don't know how much it costs over there in Europe, but if it's expensive, oh boy. If it's expensive over there, I basically don't know. I never been to Europe myself. I've been wanting to plan a trip to go to Europe, like go to Italy or something like that, to go look at the Colosseum and stuff like that, but I never got a chance to get around to it, you know. It's just I've been busy doing other things, you know, trying to live my dream, you know, try to be like an actor, try to be like a movie star, even though if it means giving up what I have, my Social Security in order to be like a movie star, then it'll have to be that way. Then it has to be that way, you know. Italy, good choice. Yeah, I believe that. Italy's one of my favorite spots. You know, Italy's been one of my favorite spots since I was a little boy, and I've always wanted to go there and see what kind of culture they have, you know, kind of live that culture, you know, try to see the history there with the Colosseum. I heard that was like a romantic place where people get, you know, like if you have a girlfriend, you can go to Italy, like Venice, you can just get on a boat and sail. I've never been to Paris, France. Never. But in the story, I'm going to. The storybook character of myself and his wife, we're all going to go to Paris in the story and celebrate our wedding anniversary. You ever go there for pizza? Yeah, I agree with you. I would definitely go there for the pizza. I would definitely go for the pizza in Italy. What time is it here? Stitch, Stitch. Oh, Phoebe Senior. What time is it? What time is it where you live? Basically, 10:20 a.m. is 10:20 here in Wisconsin in Central Time. Yeah, that's basically what time it is here in Central Time, 10:20. Storm, it's 5:20 for you over in Europe? Damn. It's like nighttime over there in Europe, almost. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know. Where I live, it's 3:30. Must be... I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if it's 3:30. It must be 3:30. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I basically don't know what 3:30. I don't know. I basically would guess it's 3:30, but I could be wrong though. So yeah. I don't know. It's hard telling. Yeah, in Europe use military time. Yeah, and half is 3:30. Yep, half. If it's 3:30, then it's 3:30. Yep. Then I'm correct. Storm, thank you for confirming that. I just wasn't sure. You know. I was kind of thinking that I was kind of wrong at first, but I wasn't sure though. So I thank you for confirming that with me, Storm. I shout out to Storm in the chat. You know, I appreciate you. You know. But everything else wise with the story wise, it's going okay. Trying to juggle the characters around a little bit more. Chapter 3 is near its end. We're in stage 3 of chapter 3. And stage 4 is the showdown in the shadows. So that is the chapter 3 finale, which I have figured out what the song is going to be for the finale. Which is not going to be Ozzy, even though chapter 3 did start with Ozzy, but it's going to end with it's going to end somewhere different. If you're a Twisted Sister fan, you got to know one of them songs is going to be the finale to chapter 3, A Showdown in the Shadows. So, basically... Hey, Storm, I appreciate you. Yeah, it's nice to go live again. Hey, I hope you have a nice day. I hope you have a good day, Storm. I appreciate you being here. And be safe out there. If you're going to the restaurant, be safe out there. If you guys are planning to go anywhere, please be safe. Use caution, use precaution, take safety precautions before you go and everything like that. Hey, Storm, I appreciate that. Thanks, my man. Yeah, it was fun going live. telling you guys about the story. At least everybody got to know what the title of the story is. It's basically Spyro Lou, the Defender of Harlem. The story of Lou Jackson Roberts, which is me, taking on the female version of Dr. Doom and trying to defend the city of Harlem, New York, and everything like that. Which you got Frank Oxley as the head honcho, as the chief, as the police chief. Basically, we don't know the settings on where the Harlem agency is going to be because we're basically building it in the story, and we basically don't know where the superhero, the Harlem Superhero Academy, being formed by myself, being funded by myself as Lou Jackson Roberts and Hope Richards. She's like my partner inside the Harlem Superhero Academy. Me and her, we're scouting out areas in the story, as well in chapter 3. But more likely in chapters 4 or 5, we're basically going to be scouting out for more land in the story. So basically, it's not confirmed. It's not officially confirmed yet on where the Harlem Superhero Academy will be for chapter 9. When it comes to the start of chapter 9, when I come back from California. But we basically don't know where it's going to start. And it's basically a secret project behind my little brother's back. So we don't know. So my little brother Trevor's going to be involved. We got the whole entire family that's going to be involved in this, between my older brother Joey, little brother Trevor is going to be in there. That's going to be like family. We're going to have a lot of family disputes in the story. Basically, my older brother passed away. We don't know how he died. We don't know how he passed away. It's like Gwen's mom. We don't know how Gwen's mom actually passed away. And we don't know how my older brother Joey passed away either. So basically, it's kind of the unknown where the story is getting to its peak, but it'll get there. We just gotta keep working at it. I just gotta keep my head down, keep grinding it, keep writing the story, just keep doing what I'm doing, Even though, yes, the fight between myself and Gwen in chapter 8, the Bad Blood chapter, which is chapter 8, starts off with myself as the Fiend, but we gotta move on from some of it. Lou accuses himself for almost killing his best friend by sending her off the edge of the roof, the ledge of the roof, throwing her off the ledge of the roof and down to I would say like a 25 foot drop, and crashing down on top of on the roof of a car, and Lou's basically going to blame himself for that. And he runs off. He runs away. He runs away from his problem. So we'll see how more of the story plays out. I will keep you guys updated with more story progress as we go along. Right now, I just gave you guys a little sneak peek of what chapter 8, chapters 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 8 are going to be. The introduction, you guys are going to get a little bit more of it. You guys are going to see a little bit more of the introduction as we go along. So I just thought I'd tell you guys that the book of the story that I'm writing is Spyro Lou, the Defender of Harlem. The story of Lou Jackson Roberts, of course. And I'm hoping to get the book out somewhere between early 2027 to 2029. We'll see how it goes. I will keep you guys informed on that as much as I possibly can in the community chat, in the community post. I thought I'd go live and tell you guys about this, and I hope everybody likes the title of the story that I'm doing. If you don't, then hey, it is what it is, you know. Basically, we'll definitely have to think of another title, you know. But I just don't want other movie producers to try and take that away from me, because I want to be in that story. I want to be the star of the show. I want to be in the movie itself. You know, I don't care if the younger version of me starts first and goes into like a life of his own. But it's gotta go like the story. It's gotta go with the story. The movie will be based off the true story of the book. It's gonna be based off of a true story. So hopefully we'll get it done. Hopefully we'll get there, and we'll see what else is gonna be done next. But till then, this is Mr. Goldberg Elite, reminding you guys to help control the pet population. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Please enjoy yourselves. Please enjoy life, because we don't know how much time we have left. You know, and keep your heads up, stay positive, you know, and we gotta start loving each other. You know, start loving yourself, start believing in yourself, and stay positive, because that's how we gotta be. We gotta block out all the hate. We gotta stand up to hate. Till then, this is Mr. Goldberg Elite giving you guys a salute. And I'm saying peace. And I'm signing out. Have a great day. Stay safe. Happy early Thanksgiving, everybody. Peace.